Hi, this is Dawn Grimshaw with the Omaha Home Pros team at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. And I just wanted to give you a quick update about what's happening in the market. So we're seeing a lot of scary news stories, and you might be surprised when we look at the facts what the actual situation of our market here in Omaha, Nebraska is. So granted, I know that every real estate market is seeing different things right now, and some of those areas that had big run-ups over the last few years we're a little bit more speculative, and we might be seeing a little bit of a decline in some areas. But the truth is, for Omaha, Nebraska, if we look at September over September, which is the only numbers that we have right now that's a full month here recently, because we won't have October numbers until probably mid-November after we get all of the transactions processed for October. September 2021 compared to September 2022 actually saw a 14.4% increase in sales price. So that's very contrary to what you're hearing on the news. So we actually saw an increase. The average sale price in 2021 was $280,865, and the average sale price in 2022 was $321,397. So that's actually very, very positive growth. And if we look at what's happening to our inventory levels, maybe we're seeing a few more houses come on the market in October. Maybe things are staying on the market a little bit longer, but still our average days on the market is about 12 days. So things are still selling within a couple weeks of being listed, which is very, very quick. Not as quick as it was the last few, years, last couple of years at least, but still very quick. So when we look at our inventory, we're actually down September over September by 15.1%. So we're not seeing huge increases of inventory. We're not seeing huge declines in prices. Now you might say to me, hey, I'm seeing more, listings listed as price reduced. So that means that obviously they're overpriced and they're not selling. And that's probably the case, because what people are doing is, they're very optimistic in their pricing. They're still looking at the numbers that we were getting in the spring in the peak frenzy of the market. And then they're adding 5 to 10% from that. When we're a little optimistic in our pricing, you're going to see those prices come down a little bit. Does that really mean that values are falling, or does that just mean that it's adjusting the price because the price wasn't correct to begin with? So we're going to see a little bit more of that. We're going to see people pricing a little bit more realistically going into fall and winter. That's traditionally when our market tends to slow down and gets a little bit lower prices during those time frames than we normally do in the spring and summer anyways in a normal market. So really overall though, the market is very strong. If you need to make a move, do not be worried about it. Houses that are being listed that are in good condition and good price are still selling very quickly and at, or sometimes even above list price. We are still seeing some multiple offer situations, just not as many as we were before. If you need to buy, don't let those 7% interest rates scare you off. So 7% seems scary when we've had 3, 4, 5% rates for a very long time. But when we look at a historical average over 30 years, 7% is pretty average. In the 70s, we had rates as high as 17%, and people were still moving. If you need to buy a house because you got married, you had a baby, you had a job change, those are still going to happen. People are still going to buy whether the rate's 7%, 5%, or 12%. Don't be afraid of that 7% interest rate. And when rates come back down, and they will, you can always refinance. I don't think that we're going to see 3s, probably never 2s again. I don't know, maybe, but I would doubt it. But it's very realistic to think we're going to get back down into the 4s or 5s sometime in 2023 or maybe early 2024. As soon as they get inflation under control, they're going to start bringing those rates back down. And then you can always refinance. So if you have questions about whether it's a good time for you to buy or sell, or what's happening specifically in some particular market that you live in or that you're looking in, please reach out to me. I'm always happy to answer questions. I always want to be your resource for all things real estate. And again, this is Dawn Grimshaw with the Omaha Home Pros team at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. I hope you have a great day.